Everyone, to start today's stream. Let's see what we have here. I removed the items I have completed yesterday, and today plan to work on more generic service page. Let's see what we have. Flip, web, and live service page. The clock page here. Let's see what we have. And where is my browser? Okay. We have a live view here. Toggled the night mode for it. So I have researched a little bit about the implementation. So what I want to do, I want to have a generic live view, and it will accept multiple things and forward some things that it does not understand to a callback module. So it will be a callback module. Okay. It's a high-level overview. The next thing I'm planning to do is to remove the need of macros, because it's very difficult to dig into the code that was generated by the macros, and it's general advice to make the code as little as possible that is generated via macros. And right now we have large parts of code and it's difficult to debug them. So let's get started. One of the most important things that I have noticed that it's quite tightly coupled is LiveView or internal implementation. I mean, with this one, and we have almost no way to break into this module and to adjust it, but we have a way from the starting of our application. Let's see, we have here our routing, and our live page is mounted like this. So what we have here, we have a div module for our router. It uses our web application with okay, where is it? Okay, it's compiled with Phoenix router. It imports a couple of things like connection, controller, and LiveView router. I think here we have a live thing. Okay, so it imports quite a lot of things. One of them is our live macro. So let's see, we have a router and we have a live macro. According to the specification, it accepts multiple things, so multiple arguments. First one is our path. According to our code, it's just endpoint of our application. The next thing is exact live view, or the module, which is responsible for rendering some parts of our application for our live page. Next thing is action. It can be new, or it's a default value for it. Okay, and this thing if I remember correctly, it goes into the handle params, possibly here. Okay. We can dig into the documentation a little bit later. So it's our action, and the last thing here is our options. So the way we can influence on the contents of our live view, it's we can pass some parameters via these things. Pass, so we call our live macro at the beginning of our application. So it's better not to change the path in a runtime because it will be compiled in our code. So LiveView, it will be our main module responsible for rendering everything. Action, it's quite generic, and we can reuse it for some of our useful things, but we can add some options. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Okay, let's see. See what we have here. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Options. It's about the options. You can use a container. It's an optional tuple of HTML tag and other attributes. Okay. Next thing is not sure how to work with it regarding the metadata. So possibly it is used by telemetry events. We have them in our application, but I didn't use them before. Okay, but possibly not from this. Oh, okay, we have a private thing. So, and as I understand, they will be put into the private section of our live socket. Okay, possibly I will be using it. Let's see whether we can forward some extra data. Private, and test. Okay. Possibly it should be dictionary or map test with some extra data. Working things. Yeah. Okay, let's see whether they are coming. We have a mount, we have a socket here. Let's see. Let's run our application. Okay. Let's just inspect them. So it's our private things. Connection section, connect info, connect params, lifecycle, LiveView. Okay. Seems that they are missing. Interesting. And we connect info, connect params. Okay. So we have no test here. Let's see how is it handled. Live working on this. So we are looking for our options. We're looking for our options. And it's called only here. Okay. So we call in live here. Okay. So we merge action. Action is this parameter from our thing. It's index in our case with options. Okay. And calling the live with this. Okay, if action is list. Okay, so we have a single thing here. We go here. In our case, action is atom, and list, and our options is list. So here we validate our options. We fetching private thing from them and metadata. And return private metadata and docs. Okay. Inside the options, we put router and action. Put router and action, and it seems they both are missing from our code. Possibly they are used somewhere else. Let's see again. We have a private thing. Okay, and private thing is taken at the first place. Okay, we have private. Okay, we then put inside private Phoenix LiveView tuple. Phoenix LiveView type tuple. I don't see anything. Interesting. So we put in private this one and return the tuple as action, alias, and so on. Okay. Let's see again. We have type thing and return as action, and the last things other things is our keyword list with alias as private and metadata thing. So it comes to our router options. The next thing we do here, we call Phoenix router get with our options. So it's a macros. Okay, it's called add road. Add road. Where is that road? Let's see again. So we have here 4 actions, 4 arguments, and our router options is the last, 4th. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So it's get, and we have options. I see. So it's 4th for this, and next it goes to a last argument of our add road. Okay. So we append our module, our module attribute with road Phoenix. So we put it inside Phoenix roads. So we have a scope root, and last thing here is our options. It is our road. Okay. Road. We have a private thing here. Where is it used? We built our road. Oh. Okay, quite large thing. Okay, so we put it as is. I see. Possibly I need just restart our application. Possibly it will help. It seems no. Interesting. I think we can pass those parameters via private thing, but I have not found yet how to do it. Let's just look at this. So what we have here, we have a changed parameter, assign new thing, connect info. I think so. We have connect info thing here, connect params, connect cycle, and root view. But other private stuff is empty. Let's just print our socket value. So we have assigns. Okay. Oh, we have a live action. We have a live action inside our have a live action. Let's see. Let's just try to connect to our clock page. Just the subscription thing here. For the time. Okay. Instead of it, I will try to just return a module. Okay. Why do we? Okay. Science. Have a socket here and run it. We have connect info. We have connect info here. Let's try using this one. Save again. Trying to connect to our page. Okay. 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 Let's see what do we have here. We have a interesting how to work with this thing. We have this home web LiveView. LiveView. We have. Let's see what we have inside our hooks. Test, support, hooks, and LiveView. LiveView. We are able to pass some value through a connect info. And we have used it inside the channel case. Again, con case. Okay. So we have used key of LiveView connect info. Let's see. LiveView connect info. Did I wrote it right? Yes. Did write it right way. Interesting. I'm not sure why it is not. I was not able to pass this, but it's okay. Let's see another road how to do it. We have this thing and LiveView. So we are using Phoenix LiveView with some container and layout. Let's see our LiveView and our macro using. So we are okay. We check that our options are keyboard, and we extract this layout and template from our options. The next thing we're trying to expand our view with live thing and replace layout with some layout. Okay, and it returns this one. So it should implement a live view behavior, uses Phoenix component. Okay, next thing here we have require some renderer thing. The next thing we put Phoenix live ops, so it's an options that have passed to us. Okay, and we add an extra attribute which is called Phoenix live mount. Okay, before compile we are using Phoenix LiveView, and I think it's this one. Okay, before compile we take in Phoenix live options. Okay, so we have a live function here. So what before compile does, it generates a function with name live. It contains this dictionary. This map is a container thing, with a name. So what is name? Okay, with name, with current view, with module, environment module, okay, with some layout, and with lifecycle hooks. Okay, we render this one. Also, before compile, we using this one. So it's just for a render function. So this is responsible for rendering our page. Okay. Okay. So this is responsible for rendering. Okay, we have a Phoenix component. Have our component here. There's no private things. So basically, what it does, it just imports everything from Phoenix LiveView and imports every function from Phoenix LiveView helpers. Okay. Okay. We update our options here. We telling that we have a callback things here. Okay. So let's see what we have private here. Private. Okay. Check it private, get connect params, get connect info, static changed, private data. Let's see, will it to compile? Okay, null option private one. That's okay. Actually it works. Next thing, we are not able to pass anything through this LiveView connect info thing. So what we do here, we pipe through everything from our browser pipeline. Let's see again the live. Where is our LiveView? Okay. So we call in Phoenix LiveView router live thing with our this current module, or in our case it will be access home web router. Next thing comes our LiveView, our action, and our options. It processes those options and passes everything to our Phoenix router thing. So at the end we have a route for a get We have a route for a get. I see. At the end we have with this one. So it's our path, our route, exact route, our match thing, and this is view. View with some router options. Okay, let's see. We have init view. I'm not sure. Possibly we have something like this. I see. And the next thing we are doing, we using a call thing and extract some private data from a connection. It's Phoenix LiveView, view, options, and live session. Okay. Live session extra, session. We're doing this. Put something like this. Put root layout from router, live render. Okay, live render with this. Live render with view and options. And our options coming from Phoenix LiveView thing from private. Let's see. And instead of this one, we'll put a Phoenix LiveView. LiveView. Okay. Let's start again. Okay. So let's try doing this. Mix depth compile. Oh. Mix depth compile. Okay. And start our server. Okay. We have our options. But there is almost nothing inside it. Okay. We have a con here. Oh, quite large things. We have a private and then keys for router before send. We have this Phoenix endpoint. Okay, Phoenix flash, Phoenix format, Phoenix LiveView. We have this action index router, extra session, name default, and some version. Request logger, root layout, router. Okay. But we have no params and other things. Query params, query string, some cookies. Okay. Okay. We have very small options here. Okay. Just let the code go. Should not recompile the dependencies. Compile. Interesting. We have not received anything inside our private. And possibly I'm doing something wrong. So let's check. Okay, we are calling live with it. Inspect and router options. Okay. Let's do it like this. I will need to recompile the dependencies again. Open the server again. And it's not those options. Let's see again. So we have it here. And inside we have arcades. It's a function, not a macro. Compiling the dependencies, otherwise I think it should not change the code, but I'm not sure. Possibly we'll try it. Interesting. Looks like it is not called by any code. Let's try to bring down the whole application. I think there is no ASDF in the code. Okay. Okay, so we were able to do this. Compiling the dependencies. Interesting. Looks like it is never called. can see. So we expect a list of options, but it's actually a list. Let's try using a keyword list. It expects a map. Oh, okay. Interesting. So it was not recompiled. Not just, it just wasn't recompiled. Extracting live session. By this what? Validate by what? Private. Let's try recompiling again. The dependencies. And possibly I will update our module to get it recompiled too. Okay, it will be ASD one. Starting a server. Okay. Binding here. Okay. We have our private in place. We have our private in place, so yeah. It seems it works at this stage. Continue. We just skip. Moving back to ASDF. So we have a router options here, correct router options, and we return this Phoenix LiveView plug with action and router options. So what does get do? It works with like this, add route. Okay, so it should add our route, our options at the end of. Okay, let's see. We're doing this. Running it again. Trying to connect. Okay, let's run ping. Okay, Okay, we have a path here. Private. Okay. So we have Phoenix LiveView thing here. We have it here, but don't have anything extra options. Extra options. I don't have extra options. Okay. Plug. Okay, we have values. Yes, assigns, kind, line, metadata. Have pass. We have plug opts, private, and so on, but I don't see our SDF thing here. Okay. So it seems like we have nothing inside the private. So it was cleared at some point. I'm not sure that inside this one. I'm just not sure where we have dropped our HDF thing. Mm. It's macro, so we will not be able to debug it. Okay, let's instead do this. Okay, recompiling again, removing SDF, but SDF1. Interesting. Seems that we have no SDF here. Okay, that's nice. So we have SDF inside our options, but there is no SDF inside our router options. Okay. So what does it return? It returns as action, alias, as private, and so on, and metadata. we will be able to debug it. I need to trigger a compilation. Run code. Okay. Interesting. So we have our action and router options. We calling our live thing. This one. Let's try. Okay, so we just replace Phoenix LiveView with something else. Let's let's do it like this. And let's do it like this. So we'll remove this. It seems we were able to send this data. Okay, but it is missing. It's missing. Okay. And the road. And the things. So we taken only Phoenix LiveView from private. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to continue research tomorrow or later today, and now I need to finish my stream. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching. It was almost no result today, but but a little bit of research. Trying to continue tomorrow at the same time. Thanks for watching. Bye.